Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? Alright, we're going to do a whip and chat, hang out for a bit. Thank you for your comments. I do enjoy reading them. I reply to them as best as I can. When I do get a chance to read them, I do have YouTube Studio, so I get your comments fairly quickly. Alright, so this is Dreamer Designs Fine Soft Day by Liam Kelly, 120 centimeters by 40 centimeters, 47.2 inches by 15.7 inches, 52 colors, including 2 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis, AB08, which is a white AB, and a green AB. Z or Z, the Z symbol. Yeah, just has an iridescent coating on those drills. I don't know like how many different ABs Dreamer Designs has, but yeah, very similar to Diamond Art Club if you're familiar with their ABs. That's anything under 150 DMC. That's DMC is also just like a color code. But yeah, now that you're probably sleeping, let's dive right in. Okay, so 322. Okay, so this section here is a fair bit of the water, the stream. That's a waterfall. Thought it was a bridge when I first seen it. So, we're just gonna work on some of the water here. Alright. Just hopefully there's not too much glare from the... Alright. Alright, I think the last time did a whip and chat and started on this section, and I just established the section. Yeah, so yeah, pardon the glare from like the fluorescent light above. Let's try to kind of avoid having a ton of glare here. Okay, yeah, I kind of started creating a border. It's been a few days since I've had a chance to work on this. I worked a couple Monday and Tuesday night, which I think is now Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday now. Alright. Hopefully you've been doing well. Hopefully everybody's been doing well. And hopefully your canvases are going, or craft projects are going well. Alright. Yeah, I guess there was like a Harry Potter emblem canvas with all 4 houses from the Harry Potter franchise. It came back in stock, but I think I have a feeling it's sold out again. I got a notification email about it being back in stock and potentially doing it for my nephew, but oops. Never really went back onto the website and checked it out because I've had so many books, so little time. I did the notification email thing, went onto the site, and it was gone. So even though they said it was back in stock, but how many other people had email notifications set up for that particular canvas at that time? So that's the way it goes. Stuff gets back in stock, and then people are like jump on. First come, first serve, basically, which is fair, so can't complain, really. So I highly doubt my nephew would, like, really freak. Said it, like, could be a while if I, like, even get my hands on to do. He didn't seem too completely enthused about it. Entirely. He likes Harry Potter, but, yeah. He wasn't really too excited about it that day. I think he was playing like RuneScape or something on his tablet. More worried about losing his progress on there than diamond painting canvas. Yeah, but if tried giving my nephew one of these kits, he'd be really bored. I don't want to do this anymore. Probably just leave. Never touch the kit again. Oh, this looks like it would be fun to do, and then he gets looking at it a little bit more, and it's like, maybe not. Phone's ringing. Yeah, my phone just went off, and yeah, it's a number I'm not really too excited about. Anyway, yeah, I don't think anyone else in my family is really going to jump for joy if they're trying to do any of these diamond painting kits. So, yeah, it's just me. You're weird. And then you're like, oh, pretty picture though. It's like, okay. Looks awesome, but you're weird for doing it. Okay. Let's go get therapy now. Seriously. I may have pangs of ADHD. Highly possible. Think about 16 different things like every 5 minutes or something, or more, or less. Don't we all at this point? But yeah, this is something I can somehow just stay focused on and not worry about getting too distracted. Can actually commit focus to something so detailed and intricate. Oh, at least there's water in this, so that's partially my interest too. It had a water element. Something about like streams and mountains and lush greenery. It's natural stuff that's really fascinating. I don't know if there's an animal in a bonus. Just love these landscapes. Yeah, I was just out and about today. Ran a few errands. Slept for a bit this morning. Yeah, my couple hours rest, I guess. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look how sneezing. Definitely dust or something in here. For now. Yeah, it was a little warmer today, so snow was melting, or it's almost all melted. And yesterday I like tried to snow again. It had a few snowflakes, but nothing really occurred. Yeah, once you hit like March around here, in like a lion out like a lamb, or like in like a lamb probably out like a lion. If anybody's heard that, saying. Yeah, March came in pretty quiet. Dull rar. So, and like a lamb, nice and calm, and then probably get another blast of winter or something at the end of March. But that could be Canadian weather just on any given day. Can be nice 1 minute and then suddenly it's like storming. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Is there anywhere where it's just like, I guess near the equator, where it's just constantly warm? Just subtropical, or if not tropical, or just say it's warm all year long. I don't know. Yet again, you'd become acclimatized to being somewhere warm all the time, and you become acclimatized to somewhere where it's like cold for a few months of the year, like up here in Canada. I'm southwestern Ontario though, so near the state of Michigan, I guess. I hope my geography doesn't suck. It's yeah, Michigan's the state, isn't it? I need a map of the United States, table of placemat or something. I keep joking about that. Just so I can learn the 50 states. Like where they are and their names. Yeah, Texas and Florida and Washington are givens. There's also a New York state apparently. That's probably closer to Quebec, I guess, or right under Quebec, where it's probably located. Yeah, just getting a swig of coffee there. Okay, we're good. Yeah, my geography isn't all that great. As I'll continue to state hundreds of times. Yeah. Let's get like a map of the state. California's west coast. West coast of the United States. Texas is south. Florida is the southernmost panhandle state. Oh wait, there's Hawaii. That's even lower. So that counts as the state of the U.S., right? Hawaii is a state as well. Oh, so Hawaii is probably the southernmost state. Or is Hawaii even one of the 50 states? I thought I had seen it on a map on the internet once. Probably is a state. I'm not sure. Google it. Yeah, duh, it probably is. Oh, can you not know these things? I know, I live in Canada. And 60 other things come to mind other than whether Hawaii's a U.S. state or not. Yeah. Squirrel. It's like, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. bout of ADHD, yeah, for sure. 10-minute increments, that's a little too generous. That's a pretty generous statement or amount of time for ADHD. To an extent, we all probably have bouts of it. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. But it's just speedy thinking. That can be not so good for some individuals, and some individuals have minor ADHD. I'd probably have increments of it. Not terrible by any means, and it's probably treatable. Have good days and bad days with those ADHD, probably, but there are workarounds, and there's probably therapy for it, so it's not terrible. But there are probably some instances that, yeah, aren't so easy, and yeah, I hope those people are okay. With any disability, it may not be able to do what someone else can do as efficiently, but you can probably still accomplish what everybody else can do. You just look at it a different way and go about it a different way. But most of the time, it will yield the same result or a very similar result outcome. Now, somebody in a wheelchair wheelchairs their legs instead of someone's own two legs. So just a different way of getting around, so, or a different way of thinking. Yeah, I don't learn things probably as quick as probably someone else. So, and I'm highly visual. I'm a visual learner, so if I write something down after hearing it, or I can see a process, or something's explained in writing, then I'm a little better off carrying out a task in that fashion than if I hear instructions verbally. If it's verbal, I'd want to go do it right away while it's still on the tip of my mind. If I'm told to do something verbally, then have to do it at a later point, I'm going to miss details that were mentioned at that time. And yeah, that's a good summary of my central processing disorder, my learning difficulty. Not necessarily, they used to call it a learning disability, but learning difficulty now, I guess. But yeah, if anything math related, my brain just shuts down. It's like, no, no, thank you. uh, Trying to learn French, just never stuck. I just couldn't handle it neurologically, so I just took other courses instead. I think in my like grade 12 year, I just had a couple spares. Like I had the credits I needed. Well, had enough credits to be able to take a couple spare periods. So yeah, math, geography. Yeah, I was exempt from French. Yeah, not biology. I wasn't very good at either. And chemistry, yeah, it's in the math branch of science, so it just double the struggle. Biology has its share of formulas as well, and chemical symbols. Yeah, it's easy enough to understand what water is made out of. H2O, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen bound together, and you have water molecules. But when you get into like more complex, yeah, and then O2 is like 2 oxygen molecules together. Yeah, or CO2, carbon. Yeah, you get that. Yeah. Now, if the molecules were like shown visually, yeah, I'd have a better grasp. But if it's visual, I'll understand concepts better that day. But a couple days later, it repeat like a concept or get me to recall details of that kind of situation or concept, whatever was being taught at the time, that my recall would just be spotty. At work too, if I haven't started up the line in a while, I have a notebook and I wrote how to start up the line and shut the line down to begin a run and end a run, respectively. So, yeah, that's why I was given a notebook when I started, just because I'm there alone and just can't get anybody to just help me shut the line down. So I'm okay with that. Like I just every once in a while, I don't shut down or start up all the time. Usually I'm just like supervising the line while on shift. But for times that I need to shut down the line to clean it, there's a certain way to do it. So yeah, I just have my notebook with me and store it in my locker when I don't need it. But I know it's always there, and I mark the pages for line startup and line shutdown. And supervisor's okay with that, and he gave me the book in the first place. So yeah, and usually you can just text supervisor when he's off site, let him know what's going on, or the maintenance supervisor. They're contactable eventually, or you just message them accordingly or call to let them know something going on when they're not on site as well. So yeah, it's just communication. Yeah, and my coworkers start up the line differently, but you get to the same endpoint. I'm just gonna stick down with what I wrote down. That's kind of rigidity and just how I was taught, so I don't mess it up. I don't think at like that step I can really, particular step where my coworker started up the line a little differently. Well, line still started up and ran, so yeah, I just see things a little differently. Just, yeah, I'm generally taught one perspective. I stick with that because that's what I know. It's kind of like how to get to nearby town or Stratford or whatever. I just take back roads, but I had to learn that route. So I went with somebody a couple times, and now I use that route to get to where I need in the nearest town there. Usually just do the outskirts of town, but yeah. If I need to, I'll drive through Stratford, like main part of town where I used to live, that kind of thing. But yeah, living there for like a while, I didn't go absolutely everywhere. That's kind of the geography hitch playing again. Like, I couldn't tell you any other streets that were related to where I was living in Stratford. Well, Huron Street, John Street. John Street was where I lived, and then John Street intersected with Huron Street, like a main road, like a main street that led you to downtown Stratford. But like after that, yeah, Stratford, Ontario, Canada, that is home of the Stratford Festival, etc., etc. Yeah, I couldn't tell you all the streets. But there are other people that's just like, oh yeah, take this street and then turn right and then you're on this street. And yeah, I can give directions to anybody. Now, if I had a map and then knowledge of the place that somebody had to go, like something visual to like aid me, even though I've never like physically been on those streets, then I can explain. But if it's just me without any visual aid, no days. I usually go by landmarks myself, like the back road to Stratford. Go down the hallway, highway, and it's fairly straightforward. And there's like a farm property, and you turn right at a certain, onto a certain road. And yeah, you're just into Stratford there. Yeah. It's about the level of my explaining. I don't even know what highway I'm like going down for the back road. I'm sure I could have just like looked at those province of Ontario like green signs, like that label the roads with like the 911 numbers if you're like in an accident, and you can describe what highway you're on or road you're on for emergency officials. But yeah. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description will be my Facebook profile, my Echoes of Color Facebook business page, and my Instagram handle. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I only have a couple hours of sleep today, but yeah, night shift. Turn around, salvage the days off. But anyway, take care. all the best, and see you next time. Bye.